It's a lot to expect of anyone to try to save a life, but none of the kids in tonight's special episode let their youth get in the way of the challenge. We begin in Springfield, Illinois in August of 1992, as Anna Juarez and her two children, Sonny and Crystal, were attending the state fair.
Have a great time at the Illinois State Fair.
Okay, let's go in the fire tent.
And every year we go to the state fair and they have a fire safety tent where they teach the kids.
They show you how to get out of the fire, how to talk to a lady when you're down 911, and when a situation like this happens, not to panic.
There's a fire in my house.
My kids have done it for the last 8 years, and every year that we go back, they go automatically right to it.
On July 22nd, 1993, Anna went to work as usual, leaving her kids at home with their 79-year-old grandmother, Julia Juarez.
I woke up early in the morning to watch TV, and my grandma was cooking breakfast in the kitchen. I love my grandma just like she was my second mom. I was kind of bored, and so I went to my sister's room to wake her up, which I'm not supposed to do. Every time I do that, I get in trouble for it.
Come on, Crystal, wake up. Crystal, wake up. Come on, let's go. No. Watch TV. Come on, let's go watch TV. Get up.
I got up really mad because he always wakes me up in the morning saying, "Uptime baby, uptime baby."
Come on.
I like to sleep late, around 12. I get up. My grandma does a lot of things for me. Like, she cooks me food and does my clothes and stuff. And I just love her.
Oh, fat cat.
We heard a popping noise, and a few minutes later, I smelled smoke.
Is Grandma burning something in the kitchen? I don't know. I'll go check. The fire!
I was really scared when I seen those flames coming out of my sister's room. I didn't know what to do. Then I remember all the stuff they taught us at the state fair.
My grandma was holding her hands and crying like she wanted to go inside our room to get her religious statues and stuff like that. With all the smoke and the fire, I thought my grandma was gonna die.
Come on, let's go get to the back. Come on, let's go.
911 emergency. Hello?
When we continue,
I ran around to get my grandma out the back door. I was yelling to her, "Fire, get out of the house, fire." And she was just frozen.
when a fire broke out at the Juarez home. The only people there were 12-year-old Sonny Juarez, his 10-year-old sister Crystal, and their 79-year-old grandmother Julia. Someone managed to dial 911 from the house, but when the dispatcher got on the line, no one was there.
Hello?
I grabbed my sister and I told her we'll get it out the back door.
Hello? 911 emergency. Sus, it's your grandma's house.
Joliet police dispatcher Susan Juarez was alerted that the mystery call was from her grandmother's house.
My supervisor couldn't get a response, so she thought maybe it was my grandmother calling, because my grandmother doesn't speak English.
Hello? I can't hear anything at all. Mama? Hello?
I went next door to my Aunt Mary's house, and I was pounding on the door, and she wouldn't come out.
I ran around to get my grandma out the back door.
Mama! Mama!
I was yelling to her, "Fire, get out of the house, fire." And she just wouldn't budge. She was just frozen.
Hey now! What happened?
Sonny told me there's a fire, and I ran. I was very scared. I was afraid she wasn't going to get out.
Hello? Sonny, if you're there, pick up the phone.
I was speaking in English and in Spanish, trying to get somebody to answer the phone.
911 emergency.
Another 911
Okay,
call
the
came
house is
in,
on fire?
and I looked on the screen, and it was my aunt's address.
Okay, we'll send them right over for you. Sus, the house is on fire.
Oh my God, I got
When she said it was a fire, first thing that came through my mind was that my grandmother was there, and usually she's by herself. So I just wanted to get there to see if I could get her out and make sure she was out.
I'm scared for my grandma because I know how fast smoke can get to somebody. I said, come on, Grandma, come on, let's get out. I put my hand out and she grabbed my hand. I was glad that she came to me because I would be like really, really sad if she went into that room.
By the time I got next door, the fire was bad. If it wasn't for my niece and nephew, she would have stayed there. I tried to save her house.
The Joliet Fire Department arrived within 3 minutes.
Is there anybody left in the house?
It was very tough seeing my house burning because the fire started in my room, and I was thinking that I would have burned if my brother didn't wake me up.
As soon as Anna was notified of the fire at work, she rushed home to find her family.
When I saw my mom and my 2 kids in the front yard, and it was just like a big load off my chest. They're the most important thing in my life, and I just couldn't imagine even thinking that they wouldn't have gotten out of the fire.
I saw my grandmother standing in the yard. I've never been so relieved to see someone in my life. But the look of devastation on her face and to see her crying, it was so heartbreaking.
They took me out of the house and they didn't let me back inside. It was very hard for me, very sad. It wasn't so hard to lose the things that burned. I just thought about what could have happened. We were so lucky not to have been burned.
The cause of the fire was never completely determined.
The Springfield Fire Department's Child Safety House.
1 month later, the Juarez family returned again to the Illinois State Fair.
In a real fire situation, if you're
I think every kid should go to the fire display at the state fair because some kids might not know what to do in a fire and they might end up killed.
What we're going to do here today, we're going to show you what to do.
Springfield Public Education Officer Bob England, who oversees the fire services exhibit, is proud of the impact it has on children.
The most popular exhibit that we have is the Survive Alive House.
I want you to crawl over here and I want you to feel that door.
We teach them to crawl low, under smoke, and go, because flames will kill you, but smoke will kill you quicker.
Here we go. The smoke detector
If the door's hot, we don't want them to open it up. But if it's not hot, we want them to open it up.
Is that door hot? Open it up.
They're going to shut that door and they're going to go out the window, the second way out.
Unlock it right here. Unlock it. All right, come on.
Okay,
Come on.
out feet first, kids.
Every person should have a planned evacuation procedure, and they should go over it with their families.
I learned to get out of a house safely and not to go back in a room where there's fire and stuff.
It's my honor.
Recently, the governor of Illinois presented Sonny and Crystal Juarez with a special heroism award.
Sonny?
My kids are the world to me, and when they do good things, I'm very proud, but something like this was the ultimate.
On behalf of the 11.5 million people, say thank you and congratulations.
I'm very proud of my brother for saving me, not panicking, and being very brave.
Kids have to be taught at a very early age. They have to plant it in their head how to get to safety, how to take care of people around you, and not to think that anything is more important than their lives, because it's not. We lost everything, but I still have my kids and I still have my mom.
Need help? Mamá necesita que te ayude.
¿Tú? We had a smoke detector, which for some reason didn't go off that day. Since we rebuilt the house, we've got smoke detectors on every floor with a battery backup.
I see my grandma every day, and I'm like really glad that we're still here. I love my grandma very much. If she hadn't made it, I would have missed her a lot, very much.
Like grandma's?
Yeah.
That's good. Come on, good.
I'm very proud of my grandchildren. I raised them since they were little babies. I love them as though they were my own children. The children saved me. They are my guardian angels.